Hi, I'm John Ball. I work at the University of Texas ESL Services, and I do tech support for teachers. I'm answering the Web 2.0 interview questions. The first question, my perspective of Web 2.0, if it's a media hype or if it's actually a practical application of language. I feel like it's not necessarily a media hype. I think it's a good thing, and it has several good uses. But the problem is it's all in different bits and pieces, and it needs to be packaged together to be more practical. And at the same time, a lot of times in language instruction, we're lacking support in the classroom for that style of technology. So we would need somebody to give us tech support in those cases, which would be me. But if I had to do it for all 25 or 30 of our faculty, I might be overwhelmed. In terms of this 4 skills, where I've used this application the most is most definitely with writing, because that's what I teach, although there are several applications to the listening, speaking, and reading world as well. Writing is the most static, so I think it's the easiest to begin with, and then after that you can start instructing your teachers in how to manipulate digital media for listening files and producing listening files for your classes. In terms of question number 2, what Web 2.0 tools have I used before? I've used blogs for myself, not for my class. I've used wikis for myself, and again, not really used it for the class. I think the advantages to these tools are that you can produce basically a web page of the classwork, and I'm actually thinking about producing over to one of these for the first time without being tech savvy. In the past, I've produced web pages on my own server, which is much more involved, and this is a way that you don't have to get your own server to produce the information. In terms of improvements that can be made, I think the improvements, again, is if somebody will package all of this together and maybe give some instructional pedagogy and tie it back into the curriculum and give examples, even though those examples are out there, I think it could be advantageous. Question number 3, how much IT support do you think we would need? And I think I'll go back to a case where the German students at a university back east were given iPods, and even though these were digital native students, they still needed a lot of support in the class to pull off their podcast projects, and it was very difficult for them without that support to do it. And I think they had basically 2 groups, and that one group had support and another group didn't have support. The group that had support obviously flourished more, and the other group that didn't have support ended up using their iPods as MP3 players for music, and that was about it. But I think anytime that you're going to jump into new technology, you have to contemplate the support